Welcome guys, and welcome to another video by the golf class bunker. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video. Anyway, today we're gonna make a little run through of the upcoming Americana Classic Tournament. This is basically the tournament that starts on this Monday. What must it be? Monday must be the 11th, 12th. But basically this is a quick run through of the different holes there is, and options to how you should play it. This will be basically played on pro level, so means T2, and all the holes that I go through will be if you want basically a birdie or an eagle on the hole. So let's quickly start. Hole number 1, we all know this one. The trick to this hole is to obviously shoot it and hit it around here. The trick to this is to hit it as close to that rough on your left, as close to that rough on your left. Do not hit it up here, do not hit it up here, then you're going to end up in that bunker. If you hit it to your left here, as close to this rough, and you curl the shot, then basically you will stay clear of this green here, and your ball should end up on either in the hole or actually on the green. So anyway, let's move on to the second hole. The second hole is a par 3. And again, we all know this hole from the shootout. It's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to talk too much about it. You basically just try to land around here, and yeah, I normally spin it a bit to the left, but I guess it's a preference. We all know this hole, and we will get basically close to the hole, or we'll get it in. This is a pretty straightforward hole, so it's basically a shoot-off hole. So yeah, I guess we all played it. Move on to hole number 3, which is a par 5. So this one, okay, this one I tried a few times. There is actually a way through the trees right here, if you guys see it, but it's really narrow. But if you make it, you will come out here also. You will actually end up the same place as you would if you take it to the left around the trees, and the left is much safer. Again, stay as much as to the right before that little piece of rough and that little bit of sand bunker there, to clear this bunker. You don't want to end up in this bunker. But even if you do, you will hit the green. But of course, you will be much closer to an eagle if you end up here on the fairway. Again, we all know this hole is a Juniper Point course. All these holes in this tournament will be from the reworked Juniper Point course. Juniper Point has been an old course, but they revamped all the holes. Added a bit of elevation here and there, changed some of the holes here and there. I kind of been noticing, and now they're all done, and now they're doing a tournament basically based on these holes. All these holes can be found in tour number 2, in tour number 6, in tour number 9, and tour number 11. Anyway, let's move on to hole number 4. Hole number 4 is a par 3. Again, we all know this one from the shootouts. There's basically 2 ways you can play it. You can play it on that little bit of fairway here, and then basically it will just go straight on the green and towards the hole. Or you can play it at the top here. If you play it on the top here, it's actually quite even. It's just the matter of can you actually stop the ball. But again, you have to be very accurate to play it up here. Even I say it's a bit even, what I mean is not as bad as down here, but it still is. If you're a bit off in the wind, it could take you a completely different direction. Most people take this shot from the right, but again, up to you. It's a par 3 hole. It's a normal shootout hole, as I will call it. So I'm sure we all played it. Hole number 5 is a par 5 hole, and there's 2 ways you can play this. You can go right, and you can try and hit that little bit of fairway here before the rough, and it's very important that you basically get it over here. What will happen normally is you have a lot of side wind, and it's gonna you really have to hit it very close to that rough so you can make it over here, and that side wind is gonna bother you. If you make it really badly, you're gonna end up in the water. If not, you're gonna end up in this rough here, and then you will basically not be able to make the green and make that eagle you want on this hole. The second way is to basically shoot it over here. It's not such a long shot, and then you will end up at the end here, and then again you will have a clear shot to the green after that. But again, it's a very tricky shot. You will have side wind. they're both kind of difficult shot, and these games are normally settled. On this hole, the game is settled on the first shot. If one gets it over here and one doesn't, he won the game. That's just how it is. The second shot is actually quite straightforward. Just shoot straight at the green. You will have to land a bit again very close to this little piece of bunker here, and then you will normally spin it onto the green to get it close to the hole. But it's pretty straightforward. The trick here is that first shot. But anyway, I'm sure we all played this one. Let's move on to hole number 6, which is a par 4. And okay, here there's 2 ways you can play it. The right way, shoot to the right or to the left. If you shoot to the left, it's the safest. There's a bit of gap here. You land right in between the trees, and your ball will try and stop the ball before the green. Because if you hit the green down here, it goes uphill. You will not be able to shoot it towards that hole. It will take you 2 shots to even reach the hole. So it's very important you don't end up on that green down here. You want to stop it here so you have a good second shot for the hole. But there's a second way. If you shoot to the right, you will notice if you place your thing here, your marker here, and you give full top speed, you will see there will be a gap in between these 2 trees where your ball can actually get through. And then you will end up here, and if you actually side spin it enough, you will actually hit the green here and you get close to the hole, and you can actually eagle this shot quite easily. The trick is to first make it through these 2 trees, and second, do not end up on the green again. If you end up on the green here, it's not going to help you. You will not make the hole. And again, you do want to stay clear of this bunker. It looks more difficult than it is, but actually it's not. You go through and you basically don't curl it. You just spin it to the right, and you will actually end up near the hole. Anyway, guys, try it out. Leave your comments below if you have any experience with this shot. Hole number 7 is a par 3 again. It's quite a tricky par 3. The tricky part is that it's a big elevation here. It goes uphill, and actually the elevation goes all the way up to here. So if you don't make it near the hole, your ball's gonna roll all the way down and you lost the game. The trick is I always try and shoot a bit above the hole, so at least get past the hole so I don't roll all the way back. I normally hit it like right in the middle, as you can see here. I normally hit it right in the middle there, not too far down, not too far up, and then I will just basically give my shot a lot of front spin, and then try and get in the hole. Again, we all know this hole from the shootouts. So move on to hole number 8. It's a par 4 hole. Oh, and this one is 2 ways you can shoot this. I think most people shoot it over here to the left, and basically hit that piece of fairway quite far up. I will say 2/3 up the fairway you must land, and I normally spin it and curl it slightly to the right, and that should actually end you up. Now I put it very conservative around here because most guys will land in the bunker, but if you're lucky, you do end up. The best is actually to end up here and not so much even on the green, because the green is just gonna shoot the ball very far away again. But that's how most people, I guess, will play it. So you can actually go in and eagle this shot quite easy once you get the hang of it. The second way is to go this way. It's a bit more safe. You will end up around here, and then you have a much longer shot, of course, to the hole, and it's much harder to eagle this one. But it's safer, and you will get a birdie almost every time by going this way. So again, the only thing I'll say is when you land here, see where the ball is going to land on the second fairway here, because if you're too far left, it's actually going to shoot you over that cliff, and you're going to end up in the drink. Anyway, let's move on to hole number 9, the last hole of the Americana Classic Tournament. Hole number 9 is a par 5. Again, let's look at it. Ooh, and we all know this one. And there's almost only one way to shoot this one. The first way is to try and get it to this little piece of fairway, and you do that by hitting here and hitting as much to the left as possible. And then normally what I do is I'll top spin it, I will curl it, I will you name it, to basically get to land here, and then actually the whole objective is of course to land and end up over here. A lot of times I end up in this bunker here, but that's fine because my bunker actually can take me up and land around here, and I can get it on the green. If you land on this piece of a fairway here, of course green is not a problem, but if you end up here, if you end up way back here, there is no way you will hit that bunker. Just keep that in mind. The best is to just, if you can, make your ball stay here, but of course even better is here. Again, depending on the wedge you have, your sand wedge, you might be able to hit the green if you hit this piece of bunker here, but I also played people who didn't have the right sand wedge, and they simply couldn't. They only ended up around here, and I was on the green already, and I mean I won. Just keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel. Good luck this next week tournament, and leave your comments below, like this video, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.